Hello, everybody. How's everybody doing? Happy Tuesday. Happy productive Tuesday and happy week. I hope everybody's having such an awesome week. I know I have, even though I'm just filled with, with so many things, but it's like I tell a lot of people, when you're doing things that really fill your cup, it really doesn't matter how much work you have. As long as you're enjoying it and it's definitely fulfilling your purpose. Good afternoon, everybody. My name is Shirley B.S. I am here at the No B.S Zone with Brooke and Shirley, where we provide tips and tricks on business development, mindset, and wealth creation through real estate. As you can see, unfortunately, I don't have my better half here because she's going through a very exciting transitional point in her life, but nonetheless, she will be here with us very, very soon. So this is part 2 of the 2-part series that I started doing last week on branding and talking about why branding is so important nowadays, given that, we're building our businesses online as well as brick and mortar, but nonetheless, you want to, have the best reach that you can have with your potential customers and followers. And so I started telling you all about, about all the different areas to take into consideration when building your brand. And I was only going to give you 5, but I ended up giving you 7, which is awesome. I just got a little excited. But today I want to provide you with the last 3 of the 10 that I started, rendering last week. And so I gave you a little bit about my journey in branding, right? And let's go back a little bit. Why is branding so important? And I tell you that for me, branding is not just about putting out there a product, right? It's more about your story and your unique value, right? People want to know you. People want to trust you. And most importantly, people want to remember you for your stories and the things that you are doing. I also covered that for me, I know for me in my personal branding creation, the 3 areas that are most important is the value of authenticity, for sure, being authentic when you are, engaging with your audience, differentiating yourself from the pack, what makes you different, and then your unique value. What is the value that you bring to others? And so I'm going to be multitasking here just a little bit because I really want to share with you guys our website. It's called it's from our Crack the Wealth Code business. So it's going to be crackthewealthcode.org. Okay. And you all can go out there and check our page to make sure that, you get a little bit read on what we do and what's our mission and vision, right? And our values for what we want to provide to others. Okay. Going back to my story. So I told you guys last week that, creating my brand kind of just came about naturally without even me thinking about it, because when I was going through transition in the military, from a soldier to civilian, a lot of the transitional career programs were harping on us about building our brand, make sure that you're building your brand, that you're honing in on your brand. And I couldn't really wrap my head around it. And it wasn't until I started just naturally archiving and chronicling my transition overall, right? What I was doing, the people that I was meeting, just my journey in different phases of my transition. And the initiatives that I was taking, the opportunities that I was engaging in, and the wonderful people that I was actually meeting. And so little by little, it just became very natural that people just started knowing me as, the veteran entrepreneur, the veteran in multifamily or real estate, and in nonprofit. Obviously, a lot of you know that I am a project chair here for Florida Association of Veteran-Owned Businesses, which I hold near and dear to my heart because I know that veterans have tremendous capabilities of becoming their own bosses, okay? Because of the soft skills that we've acquired in the military. But nonetheless, the going back, the three areas that I tell you all that are very important and that helped me on my branding is, the value of authenticity, differentiating yourself, and the value that you bring to others. So last week I gave you 5 to 7 areas that you should take into consideration when, creating your value or creating your brand, my bad. So the first one was understanding your unique value proposition. The second one was authenticity is key. The third one was consistency across all channels. The fourth one was engagement over numbers. The fifth one was continuous learning and adaptation to everything that's happening, especially in the tech world and in the different platforms. And so the number 6 was personal branding beyond digital. Okay, just making sure that you're putting your brand out there, whether you're attending events or engaging in a podcast or being a keynote speaker on something, right? That's your brand. You're representing your brand by doing those things. And then the number 7 is strategic storytelling. So today, hello, Karen. Hello, Nicole. So today we're going to cover the last 3, okay? And number 8 is collaborations and partnerships. And I tell you that this area has been such a game changer for me because not only am I, representing myself, representing my brand, but also representing the people that I'm working with. And so with that, they're also representing me and vice versa. So we are reciprocating the value that we're bringing to each other and the exposures that, that we're providing each other through engaging of our brand or speaking about each other or providing a post where we're shouting them out and or stating that we've worked together, right? Partnerships, I tell you, are the new currency. Collaboration is the new currency. So it's very, very important that you know the value of the person that you're partnering with so that your brand can extend that much farther. So it's very, very vital to maintain that. Number 9, and one that I've learned a lot from is feedback from people, right? So in this entrepreneurial journey and how you are engaging with others online, it's not always going to be perfect. That's why on my first video, I stated that I decided to go ahead and make this video a second time because the first time was just horrible, right? And maybe this time it's not even perfect either, but practice makes perfect with time. And so you always learn from other people's feedback. It's so important to ask for that from people that you trust and even people that are neutral, right? Because they're going to be honest with you and tell you the things that they feel that you can get better at so that you can have more of that effect when fostering and cultivating those relationships, right? So I know for me, I've gotten all types of feedback, like bad feedback, good feedback, in between feedback, and feedback that I'm like, oh my God, it provided me, that insight into these are the areas that I need to get better at, right? But that doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to give up. That's one thing that I would tell people is to embrace the feedback. Feedback is a gift. Okay, because it's actually giving you the answers to the test, basically. So even though sometimes it might sting a little, but the best thing that somebody can do for you is to be honest with you and tell you the areas that you can get better at, okay? And all you have to do is just take it in and then implement it as you move forward. And so the number 10 and last one is resilience and patience. I tell you that building my brand from the beginning, this has taken me, or has taken me about, almost 2.5 years. I mean, since I started my transitional journey out of the military, it was something that I just basically started being conscious of and intentional about, just sharing my ups, my downs, the opportunities that I've been blessed with, in order to provide it to others so that I can help them in one way, shape, or form, because it's all about sharing. Okay. And if something has worked for me, throughout my different phases of this journey, I definitely want others to learn and know about it and implement it in their own journey. Okay. It's one of those things. For example, I've embraced being an author, right? And I put myself out there, and have marketed myself as an author. I think it is a credibility card, is a business card, like a lot of my friends say. Definitely becoming an author has provided me with opportunities, connections, and friendships that I hold near and dear to my heart, and that are very strategic for me in building my business. And so I embraced it and have taken the plunge in actually going out in my community, and establishing relationship with bookstores, to include Barnes and Noble, who have been so gracious to me and given me the opportunity to not only, shelf my books or allow me to create local author events in their particular branch store. And so that only came by me establishing a brand as an author, right? And that provided me the opportunity to do business with them. And so I'm reciprocating with each other, because they love to give back to the community. And definitely I would love to work with a name such as, Barnes and Noble, of course. And so why not? Collaboration and partnerships are the key, like I stated earlier, in the list, which that is part of the areas that I provided to you all today, is the strategic partnerships that you can do with local businesses when it comes to your products. And so going back to number 10, I'm trying to pin this and I don't understand why it doesn't want to pin why doesn't it want to pin, but okay. But anyways, being resilient and having the patience to keep building your business and keep moving forward despite any setbacks or obstacles or non-customers or whatnot, is just, it goes back down to what's your personal mission and what you want to provide to others, right? That's the most important thing, that should keep pushing you forward in your efforts of being a successful entrepreneur. It is not a sprint, for sure. It is a marathon, and it just builds on itself. And as you stay consistent and diligent keep on fostering those relationships, whether it's person to person or through social media, it's going to become very, very crucial for you to do so. And just be there for people where they recognize who you are, what you bring to the table, and how that can assist and help others thrive. And basically that is the bottom line of everything that I do and everything that Brooke and I do when it comes to crack the wealth code. And so it's very near and dear to our hearts. And we're going to keep pushing forward with our mission. And so today, again, we're talking about branding and what's so important, right? It's not just about selling a product. It's about the connections that you make with other people, and the story and the value that you bring to others, right? Because that's how people are going to get to know you, trust you and remember you, okay? The three areas to consider when, when building your brand is being authentic when you're doing it, okay? People know when you're not being truthful or you're being fake. Being different from the pack, okay? Nowadays, a lot of people, are kind of the same cookie cutter type deal. And so you don't want to be that. You want to differentiate yourself from the pack. And then of course the value that you bring to others. What problems are you solving for others? And that is what people buy, right? They buy the solutions to the problems that they have. And seeing you and entrusting you that you can solve their problems is first and foremost, right? And so they're not going to think twice. When they're searching for someone, they know that you are the person that can solve their issues. And so today, we covered 10 areas to take into consideration when building your brand. And that is number 1, understanding your unique value proposition. Number 2, being authentic again. Number 3, consistency is key all across the channels. Number 4 is engagement over numbers. Number 5 is continuous learning, as always. Number 6 is personal branding beyond digital. Number 7 is strategic storytelling. Number 8, collaborations and partnerships. Number 9, feedback is a gift for sure. And last but not least is resilience and patience when you're going through this process. A resource that I would love to provide to you all that I've been reading, it's a book called Super Fans, The Easy Way to Stand Out, Grow Your Tribe, and Build a Successful Business. It's a really great read. It's an easy read, and that for sure will help you as you are establishing your brand, okay? So this is it, guys. This is basically part 2 of the 2-part series about branding that I wanted to share with you all. I hope that you all are having such a great week, productively, emotionally, physically, everything. And definitely stay tuned with us with the No BS Zone on Tuesdays. It's usually at 2:30 Eastern. Okay, I think it's 12:30 Pacific. And so, yeah, be with us, stay with us, and keep learning with us. We're so definitely here for you and providing you the tips and tricks you need to thrive in your life and in your business. And so my name is Shirley B.S here on the No BS Zone, and I'll see you next Tuesday. Bye.